Spoops, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can turn yourself into Esther from Orphan, both like this and this. If you're not already, definitely make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be uploading a new Halloween themed makeup tutorial every weekday for the entire month of October, and you guys definitely don't want to miss it. And if you're still on the hunt for some fun and unique Halloween looks, check out my Halloween playlist down below where I have linked every single Halloween tutorial I have ever done to help give you guys some fun ideas. Orphan is such an amazing horror movie with such an iconic plot twist, which I'm not going to spoil for you, but if you haven't watched it already, definitely go check it out. However, I wanted the second part of this makeup tutorial to be inspired by the blacklight room part of the movie, and so the moment I saw that on screen, I just knew I wanted to incorporate that into the makeup somehow, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. And what a fun way to show up to some kind of like party that happens to have black lights around the room during Halloween. It is just going to be such a unique idea. So anyways, with that being said, if you guys are interested in seeing how you can achieve both part 1 and part 2 of this Esther inspired makeup look, then just keep watching. Hey Spoops, so to get started, we are going to be going ahead and popping in some brown contact lenses, and then we're going to be moving on to our makeup. But first, we're going to be focusing on skincare, since honestly, skin is the most important part for this whole look, being that she is a child and she's not wearing any makeup, so we really are focusing on a no makeup look. And I'm going to be starting off by taking my True Skin Vitamin C Serum and applying this all over my face. I'm then going to be taking my Fenty Skin Sunscreen and applying this all over my face, and I personally love to use this as a moisturizer as it is just so incredibly hydrating, especially for my skin. And then I'm going to be following that up with my Pixi Radiance Perfector and applying that all over my face as well. I'm then going to be taking my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer and applying this all over my face to serve as a nice tacky base for my foundation to stick to. And then I'm going to be taking my Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Highlight and applying this under my eyes before moving on to taking my Milani Supercharged Peach Under Eye Cream, and I'm going to be applying that right underneath and blending that out. I like this because I feel like it brings some warmth back into my skin after highlighting with the Becca Under Eye Highlighter. I'm then going to be taking my MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm going to be applying this to my cheekbones just to give it a nice, subtle, luminous glow under my foundation. For my foundation, I'm going to be taking my Kosas foundation in the color Light Medium 200 and applying this all over my face using my IT Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush. Next, I'm going to be taking my Buckle Bunny Beauty Cream to Powder Foundation in Mocha, and I'm going to be using this as a cream contour. So I'm going to be applying this to all the areas that I would like to add some shading and contouring. So this is going to be under my cheekbones, my jawline, and the bridge of my nose, and then I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of that out. Next, I'm going to be taking my Kosas Concealer in the color 1.5C, and I'm going to be using this to highlight my face. So I'm going to be applying it to all of the areas that I want to highlight and brighten. So this is going to be under my eyes, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of that out. To set my face, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to be using a powder puff, and I'm just going to be pressing this into my skin. Moving on to brows, we want to keep them nice and simple, so I'm going to be taking my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Black, and I'm just going to be going ahead and lightly filling in my eyebrows. And I mean lightly, because kids do have naturally full eyebrows, but I don't want it to be too full and unnatural looking, and I'm just going to be setting that with my Benefit Cosmetics 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Primer and applying this all over my eyelids. And for my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Disney Designer Collection It's a Princess Thing palette, taking Chip on a flat brush and just applying this all over my eyelid. And I'm even going to be bringing this down to my lower lash line as well. I'm then going to be taking Triton on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lightly brush this on to the outer corner of my eye, just keeping it very light, but just to give it a little bit of a natural shadow. And then I'm going to be going into my Buckle Bunny Beauty Line 'em Up eyeliner in Black Pearl and just tightlining my upper waterline. Next, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop blush in Enchanted Mirror and just applying this to the apples of my cheeks before moving on to some contour, where I'm going to be taking my KVD Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette, taking this shade, and I'm just going to be using this to apply it to the areas that we applied the cream contour, just to help deepen it and make it have some more natural shadows. Next, I'm going to be doing some fake freckles on my face, and I'm just going to be taking my KVD Beauty Mad Max Tattoo Eyeliner and lightly creating some dots all over my face, just kind of scattering them about, and then while it's still wet, using my finger to help blend out the color, so that way it just kind of blends into my skin a little bit more. I'm then going to be taking my Tarte Maneater mascara and just lightly sweeping this through my eyelashes. I'm doing this more so to tint my lashes as opposed to like really putting mascara in them. So as you can see, I'm actually going to be taking an eyelash brush and just brushing through my lashes just to kind of make sure that there's no excess clumps, because we really just want this to be a nice black tint. Then I'm going to be going into my ColourPop Sailor Moon Bunhead Ultra Blotted Lip, and I'm just going to be applying this to the inner part of my mouth and then using my finger to help blend it out before going in with my ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil in Blossom Out and just adding this right on top. Then we're going to be finishing that up with our One Size Beauty Until Dawn Setting Mist. And that is the completed version of part 1 for Esther. Next, we're moving on to the dark side, which is part 2, and I'm going to be starting off with showing you how you can DIY her costume. The items you're going to need are Esther's dress, some paintbrushes, some blacklight paint. I actually didn't have any regular acrylic paints, which is what I intended to use for this, so I'm actually going to be using some blacklight UV body paint for this look. And last but not least, a blacklight flashlight. I'm honestly just going through a lot of the colors randomly with some of these sponge brushes, the regular brushes, and I'm just starting to draw random designs on the dress and then checking out how it looks under the blacklight flashlight just so I can get a better idea of how it's turning out. And honestly, what I mostly did is I just looked at reference photos of her UV blacklight room and the drawings that she had all over her walls, and I kind of just took inspiration from that, whether it be for the colors or some of the designs. As you can see, I'm going to start to create a lot of like scary faces or sketched looks that she kind of had on her wall. So like sketched hearts, sketched angry faces, and stuff like that. Some sketched flames with some of the orange body paint. And I'm honestly just kind of letting my imagination take me wherever I want to go with this. But the main thing is I did not hold back when it came to colors, and I really started to build them up. And you can build them up in opacity as well. So I would make some of them a lot brighter than others and then use more of like a powder effect and just lightly pat it onto some areas. Just have a lot of fun with this, and like I said, I really just use the reference photos of the room and just went at it. This is where you can get really creative and have a lot of fun with it. You can personalize it a little bit for yourself, but I definitely tried to look at Esther's character and really channel how angry she was and how insane she was, and just try and put that into this costume. And of course, we're also going to be doing the exact same thing, but on a much smaller scale, to her hair ribbons and her choker. Like I said, you can't get like too crazy with this because it's a much smaller canvas, but I'm definitely incorporating a lot of the colors into these pieces as well, just for consistency purposes. And that is it for the costume DIY. It's really easy, and definitely feel free to have a lot of fun with it, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It is just so cool, it's so colorful, which really adds to the look. So for the makeup, I'm going to be using the base of what we just did, and I'm going to be going back into my Krylon UV body paint set, and these are water activated, so once again, I'm spraying them with water, and I'm using some reference photos of her when she's having her mental breakdown and she's crying and her makeup is all over her face, and I'm honestly just trying to kind of emulate that look, but using some of the UV body paints. That's kind of more so what I was going for with this look, is a UV version of that mental breakdown. And that is my completed Esther makeup transformation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see next. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Also, if you haven't already, please consider supporting me on Patreon. You can support me for as little as $1 a month and receive all exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks of upcoming makeup looks before anybody else, and it really does help support me and my channel. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!